Good evening and salutations, my soap opera fans. So, not really a question, just more of a statement. Ashley Abbott is in danger on The Young and the Restless. Now, if you watch today's episode, you realize that the entire time that she thought, her and Tracy thought, that they were talking to Martin, okay? Um, you saw by the thumbnail, you saw exactly what wound up happening. Um, the girl's in trouble. I don't really understand how he was able to sit there and knock her out, but okay. We're gonna put that in the what the F category and keep moving. Um, as you're coming in, make sure you do hit the like button. It really does help. We're gonna be talking about all the shows today: General Hospital, Days of Our Lives, Born and Beautiful, Young and the Restless. Let's do a quick roll call and get this started. Freddie's in the chat. How you doing tonight? Lashanta's in the chat. How are you doing tonight? It is good to see everyone tonight. Um, Black Mars in the chat, how you doing tonight? At the Bank is in the chat, how you doing tonight? I'll probably sit there and say this throughout the stream. Um, it is 11 people in this chat so far. There is one of me. So I'm not going to be able to get to every single comment. It's just not humanly possible. So if I do miss your comment, don't sit there and take offense. I'm doing good, Ed. I'm doing good. I had took a day off yesterday from streaming. Every now and then I do that. It was good. It was good. It was a good. It was a. It was a good. It was a good. It was a good day. Um, got to relax and everything. I'm doing good, Black Man. I'm doing good. How you doing, my friend? Darby was good. How you doing tonight? Hope all is well with you. Hope everything's been good with everyone. Um, yeah, a lot of stuff happened between yesterday and today, especially today. Oh, even Y&R was actually good. Um, I don't know. Would you consider that a standalone episode? Because it wasn't really like an episode that didn't really matter into the grand scheme of things. LaShanta said, I thought Ashley Strong was good. It's not over. Nope, it is not. I saw a little bit of tomorrow's episode. When I finish streaming, I'm going to finish watching it. Um, Tracy was annoying the living hell out of me today. And it looks like she's going to be doing that in the next episode as well. So, that's going to be fun to sit there and you know, deal with. Tanya, what's good? How you doing tonight? Darby says, Abby, you will take all questions because. Yeah, okay, Darby. How about we switch spots? Let's sit there and see you do that. I mean, I am Superman, but still. Yeah, and then Tucker was just being. I mean, Tracy was just being. As says, Blaze needs to set her mom straight and get rid of her as a manager. Yeah, if she ever actually grows a backbone. Freddie says, I told you a couple of days ago that GH will bring back the Metrical Pool from the summer. When I saw it, I was happy. Yes, I remember you saying that. She straight up needs to be fired. Not yet, Darby. She wasn't in this episode, and yeah, she definitely. Well, that would require Blaze actually having a backbone. Which, by the way, I think that Blaze can sing. I think that Blaze can sing. I do like her singing. Um, yeah, no, that was yesterday, Monique. I took a break yesterday, but no, Monique, I straight up be doing it pretty much every day, streaming every day. Um, so I was wondering if I was actually going to take off tomorrow, if I wanted to watch the Emmys or not. I don't know. I don't know if I actually want to watch the Emmys. Yeah, he's I don't know. I might take tomorrow off. I don't know yet. Freddie says, and hit the like button as you're coming in and share it with your friends too. It really helps Albert. He needs the support. Thank you. Yes, I definitely do. Thank you. I appreciate that, Freddie. Darby says Tracy has doubts about Alan. Can't she act? Why can't she act on them to Tucker? I said the same thing, Ed. I was like, "Yo, how is this dude just walking on Ed?" I mean, he does the thing and say, "Well, everyone just lets their just keeps their door open. It's just crazy." Monique says is that Alan and Martin at the end with Ashley. That's Martin. At the end, that was Martin. Monique. Yeah, exactly. He does, Lashanta. I was like, "Oh, well, why would you sit there and do that to Hope?" And if you don't shut the up, Ron, I wanted Melinda to slap AJ in his effing mouth yesterday. He's such a douchebag. Slap him in his effing mouth, huh, Ron? That's how you really feel about that? To be fair, Lashanta, we don't know what. What we don't know. I mean, Ron, Melinda's just as bad, so Freddie says you're welcome, and also I'm just listening tonight, but I will continue to hit the like button for support. Thank you. I appreciate that, Freddie. Ron, Melinda is just as guilty in this. Is that thank you, Darby. Yeah, they're both equally scumbags in the situation. And exactly. Let's have to say who survived. I don't trust them. I don't get it. It's clearly Martin um that had Ashley. Monique says glad Steffi told Finn to stay in your lane, you're a doctor, you know nothing about fashion or the fashion business. Exactly. I agree with that. Yeah, when she says stay in your lane, I did laugh though. I did laugh. I thought that was funny. She was like, "You're a doctor. Stay in your lane." I was like, "Oh, oh," and I couldn't even be mad about that. I couldn't even be mad about that. I was like, "Oh." I wonder if Kyrus is actually live streaming tonight. I didn't see a review today, and surprisingly, he acts like his brother. Okay. No, that was Martin at the end. And Ron says, I saw your video on Nancy Lee Grant. It was good, but the guy that broke into the ABC studio to stalk the woman name was, the late Andrea. Thank you, Dan. Thank you. I appreciate you watching it, Ron. Oh, how you doing today, Sean? Um, Darby says Albert are the writers setting up Finn to be the next Thomas. I don't think so. But I can see the next romance that can wind up happening. Yeah, I can see next romance that will wind up happening probably. Thank you, Fred. I appreciate that. Yeah, yeah. I see. I don't know. I know people are like, oh, I want Spencer back. I want what you call it back. Like he's not coming back. Let that go. He ain't coming back. Let that go. I'm not even gonna be nice like Kyrie. I'm just gonna sit there and say he ain't coming back. Let that go. Yeah, Darby, a hand massage. Oh yes, I remember that. I'm like, Hope, you need to see a doctor. You keep asking them for these head massages and back massages and hand massages. Um, thank you, Darby. I appreciate that. Thank you. Lashante, Finn is a doctor. What are you talking about? Finn is a doctor, Lashante. Finn is a doctor. That's what he does. He's a healer. How's that inappropriate? What are you talking about? Ron says, Albert, as Clyde saying to Chad, you're not a man. Why don't you shoot me? And he will be going to jail. Unlike Chad, you're an effing coward. Ooh, an effing coward, huh, Ron? Monique says, never had a doctor that would give me a massage when I had a headache. Finn could have gave her a prescription for a migraine medication. I mean, he could have, but he's a doctor, you know? Relax. He's a doctor. Tommy can't stand Devon. I remember I saw your comment. Um, Lashanta says I would take her blank to the doctor. She's fantasized. I mean, I get that, Lashanta. But that's on Hulk. That's not on Finn. Finn's a doctor. Okay? He's a healer. He's a healer. He's a practitioner of healing. Sean says they can always recast Spencer. I hope they do. Most likely they probably will. But until that happens, it is what it is, I guess. Ed says Glad Christina made it clear to Blaze mom to be honest when her and wasn't here for wasn't here for her BS. You see, I used to think about Natalia. Natalia wants to sit there and talk about honesty. He's like, oh, I just like to be honest. I just like to be honest. No, you're just like to be cruel and nasty. You don't have any tact. Kevin was good. Lashanta says, heal my ass, putting his hands on her. Yeah, that's healing. What are you talking about? He massaged her hands. That got rid of the headache, right? He keeps talking about this inappropriateness. He's a doctor. Lashanta, what do you want him to do? Be like, oh, yes, you have that headache, but I can't. My wife is gonna be so upset with me. I can't make you feel better. Now, Lashanta, if his head was between her legs, then I can see you sitting there talking about how that's BS. But that didn't happen. Ron says, Albert, why don't Maggie just tell Julian what she's up to? Because she says it's better for her not to know, for her safety. Debbie says if Finn had a crush on Hope, Albert, it would explain Finn um um something defiance to Hope and Thomas relationship. I think he just doesn't like what you call it. He just doesn't like Thomas. I don't think that necessarily means that he had a crush. He just doesn't like Hope. Ed, I like that. I like that, Ed. Because it gave us a lot about him. It showed how he was with his family and stuff like that. It was actually a good scene. It was actually a good scene. It was a good introduction to him. I just hope that they make his story interesting. You know, I mean, you obviously see that they're going to put him and Trina together, despite people saying, "I don't want it, I don't want it." They're going to put them together. Um, as long as they actually make his scenes interesting, I'm cool with it. W says Albert. I mean, are we both saying the same thing? Albert, no, Dr. Finn has been Steffi's F. Steffi, I mean, Finn has been effing around Hope. How has he been effing around Hope? He's been defending Hope, which is a little off, but how has he been effing with Hope? He just gave her a massage. Yeah, I mean, I'm cool with it too, Ed. I'm cool with it too. I just hope that they don't give the actor any sort of backlash. That's what I hope. I hope they don't sit there and come after the actor because, a lot of these people, oof, That'd be interesting, Kevin. Thomas comes back with a new woman. Hope be super jealous. She's just gonna have to sit there and just shut up and stay in her lane. And then Hope is not there. Here's the thing. That was out of pocket for barging in that office. Now he really think he's getting that money. Um Ben barged in that office and started defending Hope, not understanding what the hell he was saying. Hope is not there getting this man involved, keeping this man involved by saying, but Finn, your wife is not there trying to get rid of the Logans. Why are you dragging this man into a conversation that he shouldn't be in the first place? Hope you're not helping your situation. Hope you shouldn't even actually have been there. Okay? The only reason why she came back to Force Creations is to pick a fight with Steffi and brag that she still got to keep her line. Threw it in her face. Oh well, your dad supported me. Oh, how old are you? Because you too old to be sitting there acting like that, bro. Darby says funny around Hope being possessive, making demands, putting Hope above his relationship with his wife. Hmm, I can see the first three. I don't know about the fourth one though, Darby. It says they will because you have diehard Sabrina fans who might go crazy, but hopefully the actor survives the BS. Yeah, me too. Me too. People love to sit there and get out of pocket with this, and it just gets to a point. It's like, you know, I don't think that they realize that they don't help the fandom. They don't help the enjoyment by acting the way that they act. You think so? Think so, Sean? And Thomas likes Hope over Steffi. Hmm. I have my issues with both of them, but Ron says, I mean, what's your take on Alex playing? Alex, the player, hitting on Kristen. He's so thirsty. Well, he stopped after a while. I mean, she stopped it. So, I mean, it's not even being thirsty, Ron. It's just, hey, listen, Kristen is a hot woman. Why wouldn't you sit there and hit on her? It's not being thirsty, Ron. That's just having eyes. What's good, Deluxe? Um, Darby says, I know you want to believe in Finn, but come on, my dude. Finn wants hope. Guys can see these things. I don't see it. Sorry, Darby. I don't see it until he actually does something that merits, that he's actually going for hope. At this point, he's just being nice. That's kind of a stretch that you're saying something that's not there, though. But um, okay, Darby, you say so. I disagree. What's good, Jakaris? How have you been? When's the next YouTube video coming out? Oh, you've been taking a break from everything. Okay, all right, that's understandable. I don't know. I don't know, Ron. I think the word women. Oh, you delete your Twitter app. Okay. It's hard to call somebody a womanizer, though, Ron. I mean, what is exactly a womanizer? He appreciates beautiful women, and he plays the field. I don't sit there and say he's a womanizer. Lashanta says how Abigail's live didn't. Yeah, and Jakar says Spaces hasn't been going good. Oh, you mean Twitter Space? Well, what's been going on Twitter Space, Jakars? It's a damn good question, Sean. Where's Zender? Well, what's going on with Twitter Space, though, Jakars? I don't go on Twitter Space. I'm I'm too busy on YouTube, so I just, you know what it is, Darby. I just find it to be such an overused word. Like, what is really a womanizer? Okay, I appreciate women. Jakara says, well, a lot of mess going on Twitter Space. Yes, you mean the people that you talk to on Twitter Space? Because I know there's like a bunch of yeah, Kevin, it is bad. I know a bunch of I end up being involved in a mess. What kind of mess? That's the one with like you and Candace Mack and stuff like that. Okay, so like, what kind of mess did you want to being involved with? Exactly. That's what I'm saying, Darby. It's like it doesn't make any sense to sit there and say womanizer. It's like what is real? I don't think that. I think that's another overused. That's an overused term. It seemed like it just lost its meaning over time. What's good, Solomon? But I mean, Jakaris, what happened? Did somebody want to? Did you say something that offended someone? Did somebody say something that offended you? Like, I don't know, Jakaris. Like I said, I don't go on Twitter Space like that. I go on Twitter, but I don't. LaShanta says a womanizer, Eric and Rich back in the day. I mean, somebody who appreciates a beautiful woman, then yeah, sure. Thank you, Freddie. Don't forget to hit that like button. I gotta sit there and check. Thank you, Freddie. I gotta sit there and check on that. It says once again, Clyde has power and Rafe better not be an idiot and make a deal. This guy needs to be in Supermax. Well, now that what's good, Tori? And now that Abby's alive, it seems like Clyde is going to be the only person who knows where Abby's at. So he's still going to have some power. Abby says we all appreciate women, Albert. The more good looking our rich men are, the more women we can appreciate. Jakara says, I got jumped on Twitter space. Jakara said, well, I said something, I offended somebody, but I misinterpreted, and some people blocked me and I got jumped. Wow, that's insane. See, I don't know, Jakaris. I don't know. Kind of weird though, you know. J. Blue Albert, in response to Josh's expression when Gio stopped James, it looked to me that she was surprised, confused, and probably wondering what was he doing there. Hmm. Okay. Crystal says, "Hey, look, we know Spencer will be back, recast or whatever. No, November, I think, will be back." Okay. Well, everyone can hope and dream, right, Crystal? Lashanta says, "Albert, Victor do too much." Michael telling Laura the fuse, the fuse started up again with Victor and Jack. Well, Victor do be doing too much. I agree with that, Lashanta. Um, but I did apologize before I deleted it. Okay. Well, Jakar, that's the only thing you can do. Um, I mean, me personally, Jakars, I would just sit there and stick to YouTube. I don't really understand why you actually go on Twitter Space. I mean, if you have fun, that's cool. But my personal opinion, Jakars, not that you asked for it, I think you should just stick to YouTube. I mean, I know people. I haven't seen, Jakars. I haven't seen people give you nasty or mean comments whenever you make a video on YouTube. So just stick to YouTube. Michael telling Laura the fuse started up again, and Victor and Jack. I don't remember him telling her that, but Shaquita says Finn needs to go see what's going on with with his side of the family, and stay in his lane. I agree with that. Corey says, "Do you think YNR is doing kind of on the storyline to bring Adam?" I feel like they are. Yes, Corey, I do. Yeah, I can agree with that. But anyway, Jakar, that's just my 2 cents. Though. Stick to YouTube. I don't see any nasty comments in your comment section. Yes, Corey, I do agree with that. Oh, Sean says, "What if Gio is for Aiden's son, Liz?" No, they already got a guy named Tobias. Though they already got it. They already said that Aiden was liking this guy named Tobias. So yeah, I doubt that, Kevin. I mean, I know that Josh Griffin doesn't like to listen sometimes, or whoever is running that Brad Bell doesn't like to listen, but I think the fans have actually spoken on that, so I'll be surprised. Darby says, Abbott, there are 35 people in the chat, but only 14 like. Yes, please slap a like on that. Let me sit there and let me hit the like button too. Thank you, Darby. 35 people, no, only 14 likes. Jakar says, I just don't feel comfortable being on Twitter right now. I don't want it to affect my. Well, of course not. And I don't blame you, Jakar. That's why I said just stick to YouTube. I agree with that. I 100% agree with that. You don't have to, Jakars. You got YouTube. Just make your stuff on YouTube. Jay Blue says, I didn't hear the music initially when Christina Nutty because the TV sound was low by just rewatching the scene and turned it up. Yeah, exactly. It's yeah, it was really loud. Jakaris says I feel like everyone hates me. Jakaris, you can't take that seriously. It's soap operas. Like at the end of the day, it's literally soap operas. Like don't take that stuff so seriously. You gotta remember, Jakaris, it's there for fun. You're having fun so that they're sharing your opinions with other people. And apparently sometimes people get out of pocket. That's no reflection on you. So you did the right thing. Okay, so 39 people in the chat and 14 likes. So thank you, people. I appreciate that. Sean, that's a really good question. What the hell happened to Blaze Brother? Jakara says it's not just about soap operas. Well, like people in your personal life? You mean people like in your day to day life that you see? It was more of a racist stuff. Because the racist stuff is going on Twitter, or is the racist stuff going on in your personal life? Darby says, Darby, we all assume that Leah Poppy faked the DNA test, but what if it was Luna who faked the test? That's that's you know what? That'd be an interesting theory if they actually pulled it off. But I mean, um, I'd be a kind of out of left comment though. Oh well, then yeah, just hey, you don't need that. But that's what I'm saying, Jakars. You don't need that. You know, it sounds like it's toxic, and you can just simply not. You can see that's the thing, Jakars. As an adult, we can. There's times we can choose the kind of space that we want to be in. You know, so on Twitter, and that stuff is negative, we don't have to be there. If Instagram is getting negative, we don't have to be there. Same thing with YouTube and everything else. But I know you like to sit there and express your feelings, Jakara. So, like on the soaps and stuff, and you seem like you have a good time. No, Daria, I think if it was Luna, that would just be weird. Jay Blue says, how long ago did Ava go? Connie, what if she was pregnant and Sunny did know and they raised the kid Geo as somebody's family member? LaShanta says I was in this stream last night and somebody commented that. All right, Jakaris, you have a good night. And always, just hit me up on Twitter. I mean, hit me up on Instagram if you ever want to talk. Okay. LaShanta says I was in this stream last night and somebody commented that Liz is their character and they were out because everybody said Liz is self-righteous. Who whose stream was you in? Well, like I said, Jakaris, you can always sit there and talk to me down. Dolomatics was good. Solomon says, what if Luna ends up being pregnant? That would be interesting considering what happened. Yeah, I mean, it would be, but they already seem like they squashed that idea, you know? Oh, Kyrie says, oh. J Blue says, Natalia's. I'm glad to hear that, Dolomatics. I saw you last night a little bit in Kyrie's live stream, Dolomatics. I didn't stay too long. I was kind of like shifting in between um Kyrie's and Dion's, but I saw you in there for a little bit. J Blue says Natalia character is so toxic verbally. Why didn't Blaze go in the area where her mom and Chrissy was? I thought it was odd that she didn't go in and join the conversation. Yeah. That sucks with your cars as far as like people being racist and stuff like that on Twitter space. I mean, I wonder what wound up happening. I'm like, just stay on YouTube, you know? I'm like, unless you're actually making a lot of money on Twitter space, what are you going on Twitter space for? That'd be wild, Kevin. Domax says, yeah, I hopped into Kyrie's live stream a little later in the night after my call in after my call ended. Lashanta says everyone has a right to their opinion. Some people be doing the most. Yeah, they do. I don't know what that was about. I'll probably hit him up. I'll probably hit him up on uh, on Instagram to see what that was about. Lashanta is Twix. It's very Twitter is very toxic. Lashanta. Sean says, I bet have you watched the TV show The Game? No, I heard of it, but I didn't watch it though. Toby says nowadays people just use the sentences "I'm just being honest" to excuse their racism when they just want to be hurtful. Yes, or homophobic too, Darby, or homophobic. Because that's what Natalie was saying today. She was like, "Well, I just like to be honest." I'm like, "That's not. You can be honest and be tactful too." It wasn't Kyrie's G's daily recaps. Oh, okay. Now Kevin said it would be better. Alcazar and Sky was Blaze's daughter. I don't know what some people just. I don't know why the Blaze character just isn't hitting for a lot of people. I really don't. I don't understand that. I don't think that it's she's a bad character. Jay Blue says the owner. What's good, Duan? Jay Blue says the owner of Twitter is allowing for that type of rhetoric, which is unfortunate. Yeah, yeah, that's the thing, Jay Blue, because the person that owns Twitter, he's all about freedom of speech. But the problem with that is that people use that as an excuse, like, oh, it's freedom of speech. So they can sit there and be racist, they can be homophobic, they can be misogynistic, they can sit there and say whatever they want, Jay Blue. It's literally the Wild West because that's what he wants to do. Um, Krista says you can't see this coming from a mile away. They are getting setting up Trio Spencer Triangle. Yeah, I mean, if they want to sit there, I heard people had ideas as far as him coming back at the last minute, and so we'll see. We'll see, Crystal. Elmax says I think it might be the actress. She's pleasant, but Blaze lack fire. Yeah, I mean, she's just lacking somewhat. I don't know. I don't know. Elmax, she's not hitting with everyone. Lashanta, hopefully, it's Tracy. Darby says, why can't Natalia just tell people she doesn't prefer to be around people who don't share her views? That's more honest and less hurtful. Yeah, it is. See, the problem with people like that, okay, um, is that especially when it comes towards the LGBT stuff, there's you can be tactful. You can sit there and say, you know what, listen, this is my thing, but I'm going to be respectful and not say anything mean or nasty or anything like that. Um, it gets very difficult with that type of stuff, you know, because in all reality, you have a right to your opinion, but you have a right to your feelings. How you go about your opinion is something totally different. That's true, Kevin. She has four kids, um, or at least three other ones I've heard, Kevin. Lashanta says she can't choose for her daughter. I wasn't nothing wrong with the song, and she changed it. Yeah, I mean, she said that she had a more old school opinion. I'm like, okay, that's fine. You can have whatever opinion you want. It's how you go at other people. That could be the problem. Eagle fan says it looks like Fenn is headed down the dark path. He's going to lose Violet. Yeah, and that's the thing, Eagle fan. I said in my review, it's like you can't. Sometimes you can't help them until they reach rock bottom. Um, Also, I like the comment that you said with the other woman when she was talking about it's a free country. Um, I thought you handled that very well. But the Nancy Grand thing, not to sit there and get into politics. I'm just giving you your props for how you handled it. As says Finn, rock bottom's coming and he's moving to the bar. So now I'm ready to see the scenes. We are going to get out of this. Yes. Yeah, I read that. I was like, well said. Well said. I was like, well said. I'm impressed. Eagle Fang says I respect all sides, even if it's not mine. Exactly, Eagle Fang. It's one of those things where it's like you can feel how you want to feel, but how you go about that is the problem. You know? And when you start making things a hostile work environment, I don't care what side you're going for, there's a problem. Darby says, I agree with you. I agree with your views about Nancy. She should be fired if she's interfering with other people's freedom of choice. Yeah. And she's also putting a target on their back. That's the bigger problem, Darby. She's putting a target on their back. People take different people's opinions way too seriously. And you shouldn't be making other people feel uncomfortable at their jobs by simply saying you're going to out them. I don't care if she can or can't get the information. She shouldn't be doing that in general. Sean says we don't really know what's going on GA's. The fire writer material is still showing. Yeah, it takes time for them to, ease stuff back in. You think that's why I did not want Burton to go back to GHS because of her. Yeah, but I mean, all reality, that's, you know, he should be able to go there and she should just have to sit there and deal with it, you know? Solomon says, I think a storyline with Victor having a long lost child from before he's married to Nikki on YNR would be intriguing, but it would have to be done carefully and correctly. And whenever you snip to add in a long lost child, that could be very. Kevin says, I noticed Finn has connection to Sheila other kids don't. That's the thing, Kevin. She's super obsessed with Finn. And it gets really annoying because it's like you have other kids. Like, stop fixating on this one man. Freddie says Albert Blaze just needs to grow a backbone to stand up to her mother. If Natty can't accept her daughter is gay, then Blaze should stop dealing with her mama. Live her own life is 2024. Yes. Let's see, that's the problem, Freddie. Again, that's requires her having a backbone. Solomon says Nancy plays Alexis on General Hospital. She plays Alexis on General Hospital. And she pretty much she's very opinionated about um her political beliefs, which is fine. I don't have to agree with you. That's your platform. You can say what you want. But when she says that she's going to out her coworkers if they voted for somebody that she doesn't like, or if they didn't vote at all, that's the problem. Thank you, Freddie. Make sure you hit that like button. Darby says people who do that don't realize that by stopping others from their freedoms ultimately keeps her from doing those same freedoms. If you don't respect my freedoms, then I won't respect yours either. Exactly. And more importantly, what's good, Samuel? More importantly, it's not your business. That's the thing. It's not your business. Oh, Kevin, you just wilding out now. Jason and Anne as a couple. Okay, I mean it's your opinion. Just okay. That's you. Francis, it's funny you're saying that she's going to expose people that don't vote because Burton and guy that plays Sonny said this week on how his show they don't do politics. So is she going to start a war with them? Yep, probably, probably. Darby, I think it's more. I don't sit there and say it's nicely. People who are, Solomon. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter what side of the fence that she's on. The point is she's being disrespectful and towards others, and that's the issue. Ron says, I'm still shocked. Bill is actually Luna's father. They dropped so many hints that it was Jack. Really? 'Cause I felt like they were dropping more hats. They were probably dropping more hints that she was Bill's fault, that she was Bill's daughter. Freddie says, wait, Albert, in the stream? Did you say did you say earlier in the stream in 2024 daytime the Emmys is tomorrow, July 7th? I didn't know about it until you just said, but I'll be watching the awards. Yes, it is going to be tomorrow. It is going to be tomorrow. I think 8 o'clock. Simmons says, but there's a double-edged sword here. People think it's their freedom to discriminate, be racist, and keep the poor poor. Politics was never friendly and respectful. Yeah, doesn't mean that it can't be though. It could be civil. That's the thing, Samuel. It could be civil. Oh, of course, Freddie. It could be civil. Someone says, "Oh, I agree with you, Albert. The political party doesn't matter. I was just personally curious as to which side she supported." Um, I'd rather not say personally, but you know, it's just she's at that certain age. She's damn near 7 years old. Yeah, she's at that age where she just is stuck in her ways, and she has no problem being. Um, yeah, she's just in that age where she just gives no f's, and it's unfortunate. Um, well, Kevin, it's not so much the couples; it's how they write them. It's how they write them. Like Mariah and Tess are born because they don't give them much to do. Um, Christina and Blaze could be interesting if the material was better. I heard Sonny and Will was actually pretty interesting on Days of Our Lives, Kevin. So it just really comes down to the writing. Like Felix and Lucas, I heard was is exactly Darby. I mean, exactly Eagle Fang. Oh, you still remember that, Lashanta? You still wow. Yeah, Eagle Fang. This kind of story is just not working. Darby says I heard and Summer wants that you don't have to worry about the bad guys. It's those good guys you have to keep an eye on because it's those good guys that think they are on the right side. Hmm. Well, sometimes good people that think that they're good are, um, yeah, I was going to sit there and say that, Darby. A lot of times that they are, someone says, okay, gotcha, Robert. Well, I don't agree with it, but I have a question for you, Robert. Would it make a difference to you if she was a Republican doing it, or is it just what she's doing? What she's doing regardless, Solomon. What she's doing regardless is the problem. It wouldn't matter what side she's on, Solomon, because what she's doing is she's outing other people that didn't vote for what she wants them to vote for. That's the problem, Solomon. It wouldn't matter which side that she's on. Um, Wrong is wrong, period. And she's making the work environment hostile by doing that. So that's the problem, Solomon. Tommy says Ashley should not have trusted him. Well, I mean, to be fair, she didn't really know that. Um, Darby says Nancy has bummed up this chat up, but let's move on. Yeah. But that's what I was just saying to Tommy. I was like, to be fair, she didn't know um, that uh, Ellen had a Ellen had an evil sociopathic twin. Um, Darby says psycho identical brother. Yeah. No reality. I mean, but see, and that's the question though. How long? How long was Alan? How long? Like when Alan first came to Genoa City, was that Alan or was that Martin? That's the question. Was that Alan or was that Martin? Was we always sitting there seeing Martin? Like I'm very confused about the switch though. Because in the episode you see Alan locked up in the closet. So I'm just like, at what point did Martin take over? Exactly, Darby. That's what I'm just saying. Who do we visit first? It says, okay, I got you. I personally, I'm for the same political party as Nancy, but I don't agree with what she's doing. If one of your co-workers have a different belief, that's their business. Exactly, Solomon. And that's what it comes down to. It's like, I don't care which side you're on. Just don't make it uncomfortable for other people who are working with you. So, I mean, I just think that she should be fired, personally. That's just my opinion. Samuel says we had Ashley. I mean, Jeremy Starks, Tucker, and now Alan Martin. What the F? Oh no, I'm enjoying it though. Samuel says Josh Griffin has to stop giving us these white men in their fifties who are villains. I'm tired of seeing this crap. Yeah, no, I agree. I agree, Freddie. I agree. Um, it's just that somebody, they talked about the video that I made. So, but yeah, I agree with that. I agree with that, Freddie. Krista says, I think Alan is Martin's alter. No, they're literally twins. Like one's good and one's bad. Yeah, no, you're right, Freddie. I just wanted to answer that question before we could just move on. Darby says Tracy is so pig-headed with her stubbornness. Yo, she was mad annoying today. Um, it was just annoying. Right, Freddie, make sure you hit that like button because it does actually help. Yo, some people really be wilding out. Oh, okay. Thank you. Yeah, Sean, that was a while ago. I remember that too. Because they talked about it on the Breakfast Club. But to be fair, I don't think that she really talked that badly about her. I think, to be fair, Sean, they did actually blow it out of proportion. One says, "Oh, you're talking about the tweet. Good thing I don't go on Twitter X." Yeah, I go on Twitter for other reasons, but and again, to be fair, Sean, it wasn't really that bad. Like, it really wasn't. Darby says they saw Alan with a gag in the closet while Martin was talking with Ashley and Tracy. Yep. Now Jay Blue says, why did Alexis have to mention Gregory kissing her as God's eye wasn't necessary? Well, because Finn asked. That's the thing, Jay Blue. Finn asked. Finn was like, whatever happened to that romance that you and my dad had? Um, so I think that's the only why it was actually, I think that's the only reason why it was actually brought up. Tracy Steves was good. That's right. Happy Thursday. Yes, people. I know. I was looking a little bit at it, Tommy, and it looked actually pretty good. Jay Blue says she mentioned it at the memorial. Why did she have to add it? I don't know. I don't remember her mentioning the memorial. So and she said it twice to me. I don't know. On his pets, it's always Billy, Chelsea, Adam, Sally, Tucker, Ashley all day in, day out. It's sickening. Yuck. I really didn't have to add that, but um, I just wanted to. It's sickening. Yuck. Sean says she didn't like Rollo Day's speech. She did apologize. To be fair, Sean, yeah, all she and that's the thing. Like people, but that's what I'm saying, Sean. They overblew it. All she said was, "Hey, maybe she needs to sit there and get a writer or something like that to write a speech," because she didn't like the speech. It wasn't the end of the world, and people sat there and was like, I didn't think it was that serious. And I think that people really did overreact, and she apologized. But to be honest, what it, people, and that's the thing, Sean. People listen to say, "Oh, well, she was a racist." It was just like, okay, you know what? Like, I honestly tell you the truth, I was like, I don't have patience for that. Fraser says, you know what's funny, Albert, is the actor who played Gregory on GH. His real name is actually Gregory. Yes, I didn't watch the podcast. I saw the first few seconds of it. Yeah, and they made a joke. The guy that plays Spinelli was like, "Yeah, you're looking a little bit pale yesterday." I saw up to that part. Valerie, hey Albert, Trina was like Spencer Home. Yeah, they're gonna put those two together. They're gonna put those two together, and people are gonna be so mad. Valerie shaking their fists in the air. Gorgeous Queen Cat Lady when Ashley said Jackie. That moment was. I don't remember that part. Yeah, Kevin, they did waste Gregory. I'll take your word for it. I mean, I like boobies, but okay. I'll take your word for it. I like boobies, but Debbie says sometimes people do too much and read too much into. Yes, and that was one of those moments, and it was like, come on, seriously? Hell, I didn't even like the host at that time because the host is all like, oh well, she's on that show called General Hospital. It's not like anybody knows who she is. I'm like, bro, are you kidding me? Like that was another one of those. You're an asshole for saying that. I remember that because Nancy got donkey of the day. Um, like, oh, I'm giving you donkey of the day because you made a comment about Viola Davis. Like, okay, Lakeisha was good. Someone says the twin mess is downright horrible. I might have missed something, but doesn't Alien come from America? What are the chances of him having a twin in Paris? You did miss something because um, Martin worked for Alan as a he used to transcript his notes. He pretty much worked for him. Um, and he went to Paris just because he went to Paris. So that's the thing, Solomon. He was working for him, and then he just you know start walling out. Happy birthday, Mom Keisha. Gorgeous Queen Janet. Whenever you're here, you're on time. I hope you had a good day. Keisha said, "I can't stand Charlemagne. They pick and choose." Yeah, I mean, they do. To be fair, it is his segment, but yes, he does pick and choose. Um, Queen Jess, how are you doing? Yeah, Janet, who is watching it? Who is watching the Emmys? And Jess, I missed you. Jesus Christ. So good to see you again. And Nikisha was asking for you. Nikisha was asking about you. She came on stream and I was like, Jess is gonna be so bummed that she got to miss you. Right, lovely Jess. She came on yeah, she was on Monday. We were talking about you. I was like, because she was like, she missed you and everything like that. I was like, yeah, Jess is always thinking that she keeps me in line and everything. So yeah, it was good though. She has some really good opinions and stuff like that. Okay, but you definitely gotta sit there and tell us, Lakeisha. Thomas says, okay. Just as I told you I was gonna I know, Jess, you're an important part of our stream, so we just miss having you. Solomon says, okay, I understand better now. I still don't like the storyline. Of course, Josh has to turn it into a twin takeover. Ashley already went through this back in the day. Yep, you are, Jess. You are. And thank you. Make sure you hit that like button. Maybe says Albert was acting the fool while you're gone. I didn't sit there. Didn't you sit there and say you should probably drop this conversation and you bring up politics? I was all for that joke until you actually bring in politics. But yeah, no, it was good. She came in. Well, you can always pass for it, but she came in. We had a good talk. I think it was like maybe 30 minutes into the stream or something. Okay, yeah, that's definitely one way to do it. Shanta says, "I think Tucker has a right to know." Why? Why does Tucker have a right to know, Lashanta? Well, Kevin, they did, but I heard they got rid of all of them now. The Avons, I heard, and okay, that's that's actually all I know. So Mrs. Abbott wanted to kill Tucker. Now Darby says Abbott was moody when you were gone, always saying how Jess doing. That's very true. I was. I was moody because Jess wasn't here. I did miss Jess though. Nikisha was like, "Oh yeah, I can see Jess is not there keeping you in line." Eagle fan Tucker needs to worry about helping Devon than relationship or Ashley right now, even though Devon does not deserve anyone's help. Of course. You're definitely missed though, Jess. No, Darby. She just thinks that she keeps me in line, and apparently Nikisha thinks the same thing. So I'm just gonna stop talking about that. Um, who's Jack Maroney? Jess says I do the. I love it. I love it. I'm not even gonna argue that point. I love it. Eagle fan says per one of Cobra Kai. Oh, July. Okay. Eagle fan, I wish I could sit there and review it, but I think it'd be so difficult. I love that show, Eagle Fang. Darby says Jess has a belt reserved only for Albert Bostic on her wall. Listen, Darby. Because I missed it so much, I'm not even gonna sit there and get pushed back towards that comment. Lakeisha says Jack Maroney is Brooke and Nick's son. That no one. Oh, she has another son. I don't know, Jess. I think Darby's talking about one of his fantasies or fetishes or something. Um, hmm, damn. LaShanta says Tucker was blamed, and Ashley told Trace Tucker knew something was wrong, and Mrs. Abbott would have. Oh, thank you. Okay, I forgot the. She actually named her alters Belle and Mrs. Abbott. What's the kid one's name? No, Crystal, she actually hasn't showed back up yet. She was only in that one episode, I think. She was only in that one episode, unfortunately. But I'll let you know then when she comes back, Crystal. What's good, Jonathan? Jess says I'm mad. We actually, Jess, I actually like her singing. I actually like Blaze's singing. Oh, little Ashley. Okay, thank you, cat lady. Thank you, Darby. Darby says Albert, even when Jess wears dresses, she wears the pants and only I'm not gonna push back because I miss Jess. Tomorrow and the next day you probably get some pushback, but I'm gonna let that one slide, Darby. Oh, it's little Ash though. Okay. No, Jess. That's just called talent. That's just called talent, Jess. Maybe something's wrong with your ears. Hmm. Eagle Fan says Blaze mom, but her personality is a big fat zero. Are you serious? She can actually sing, Jess. Yes, she can. Freddie says Albert Blaze actually sounds good today. At least I think so. Yes, exactly. Debbie says you promised that to me and Kyrie's live stream the other day. Oh, you mean that I would teach you a lesson? Oh yeah, forgot about that. I don't know if I still feel that way. Eagle fan says, can you picture Blaze's mom and Steffi in the same room? Oof. No, I cannot. Johnson says, well, the mystery of Luna's father has been resolved. Yeah. But that's the thing, though. That's the thing, though. Yeah, I think when I said that, like, I'm gonna be honest, I was probably well, of course, Darby were always friends. I think I was just probably in somewhat of a bad mood, though. I think that's another reason why I didn't live stream yesterday because I was still kind of in a somewhat bad mood. So I do apologize, Darby, if I came at you sideways. Yeah, but the thing is, just we already kind of knew that though. They were already sitting there hinting at the fact that Bill is most likely Luna's father. Eagle fan says this new kid that showed up talking with Josh is a Cam ripoff. Hmm, I don't see it, but Jonathan, she was she was extra when she was talking to Ava. If we're gonna be honest, she was a bit extra. Yeah, so it was like it wasn't even so much like, oh my god, I'm so surprised. It was like, okay, cool. We kind of already saw it. Lakeisha says so. Bill has 4 kids with 4 different women. Damn. What? 4 kids with 4 different women? Ooh, ooh. Okay, Katie, Poppy. Who's the other two? Um, who the other two? I just know those two. Lakeisha says Bill has 4 kids with 4 different women. Who are these other women? Um, Quinn is 3, so who's the fourth one? Quinn, Poppy, Katie, and who's the fourth one? Yeah, but Lakeisha said 1 girl, 3 boys. Johnson says Wyatt with Quinn and Liam with his mom Kelly. Oh, I forgot. Oh, his mom was named Kelly. Oh, okay. Damn. Eagle Fang says good for Bill. Is it though? Is it though, Eagle Fang? There's something. I guess for me, there's yeah, it's like there's something that's just very out of control about having essentially, and I hate saying this word, four baby mamas. There's something that's just a little out of control with that. Eagle Fang, I think we all need that. Lakeisha Leon's mom name was Kelly. She deceased off screen. Okay. Four kids by four different women. That is just that's just messy right there. Yeah, see that's just crazy, Eagle Fang. Johnson says I didn't realize Eric named Jude in Nicole's honor. Yeah. See, and that's another thing, Jonathan. This is why I don't like Nicole and Eric because even when they're with other people, they're still foul to their partners. Lakeisha says Bill is an attractive man, so that helps. Well, yeah. Um, Kelly says Albert, my baby pops, my baby's pops had nine of us. Now that's oof, nine. See, that's just that's a lot. That just seems so. That seems exactly. Jess, I'm just like, I don't know what to say to that. Why is it cringe, Eagle Fang? I mean, it's a lot of things. I wouldn't sit there and say the word cringe though. I would sit there and say maybe lazy. Kelly said, "Yep, 12 kids, 12 kids." I don't know what to say to that. You know what, cat lady? Hmm. Yeah, I don't know what to say to that. I mean, I have things in my head that I can say, but I just I like you, cat lady, so I'm not gonna. Kirby says I can't cheer for Nicole and Eric for stuff like that. It's almost makes me want to root for EJ. Almost. Yeah, that's a lot. And that's the thing. She was like, Eagle Fang says the way they described her death because I did not see her death is a rip off when Victor from Like a Live was killed and magically came back when hmm. Vacation says I prefer Nicole with EJ as much as I like Nicole and EJ. I'm tired of the constant breakups and getting back together. It was almost as bad as Broken Ridge. Some people are just better off apart. Yes. Yeah, it's you know, again, I guess for me, it's just the fact that they will screw over their partners. Like, Eric was never fully invested with Sloane. The fact that you named that child after your ex in her honor just pissed me off. I'm like, Eric, you're trash. And Nicole is trash also. So it's like, y'all two are perfect together. Freddie says Albert until Finn gets himself together and start drinking and go to a meeting. Violet should stay with Brooklyn and Chase. I mean, yeah. And somebody else said the same thing too. Somebody else said the same thing too. Oh, I forgot. Thank you for reminding me. I'm not ignoring anyone's comments, by the way, But I gotta read some of the I gotta sit there and read some of the nastiness that I that people wrote today. So yeah, every now and then I figure, you know what, let's sit there and create a segment like that. Well, I get to sit there and read some people's out of pocket asshole comments. Now, out of respect, I'm not gonna sit there and say these people names. Oh, Kyrie's. First of all, I'm about to read it right now. Are you streaming tonight? Are you live streaming tonight? So this person says, first of all, Elizabeth is an expert in this. She's a nurse. I would consider every nurse an expert in addiction. Second, speaking, as someone who has an addict in their family, it really doesn't matter if it's drinks or pills. If you're addicted to pills, blah, blah, blah. Right? Where's the rest of that comment at? Now, the reason why this rubbed me the wrong way, and I'm going to get to people's comments in a second. Oh, nice, Carries. Okay. The reason why this bothered me is because I didn't like her little sassy ass attitude. The minute she came out her mouth said, first of all, I'm like, first of all, the sassy tone is necessary. I don't know or what on people's minds when they write these comments. Sawana, what's good? But I'm like, you're not gonna talk to me like that. Yeah, exactly, Freddie. I'm like, I don't know how you deal with people in your world, but you're not gonna sit there and speak to me like that. Okay. I have zero problems that they're shutting that shit down and putting someone in their place. That's what's not gonna happen. It was good to see you. Uh Eagle Finch says off topic are pineapples on pizza. Why not? But yeah, that was pretty much the I feel like there was more. I guess that's it. Yeah, I think that's it for right now. I could have swore actually. Yeah. Yeah, that's it for now. And then there was the other comment about Nancy should be able to say what she wants because it's a free country. But whatever. That's I'm like, yo, some of these people love to get out of pocket. I'm like, Harry says exactly. If she doesn't look like Jess, she doesn't talk to Albert like that. Only Queen Jess or I can talk to can talk Albert about himself. Everybody else better stay in their seat. I got your back. Well, I appreciate that, Kyrie's. Kyrie's is my guy. That's my boy for life. Um, Darby says only for Nancy, it seems. It's yeah, Jess. She was out of pocket. Um, Eagle fan says, "Oh, I lost another 18 pounds in the month of May. I'm at 283 pounds. I lost 83 in 3 months of dieting and still going strong. Nice. That's what's up. No, I appreciate it. Thank you, Eagle Fang. Swana says, "What do you think of the stories today?" For the most part, they were actually good on all four shows. On all four shows, Swana. Days, GH, and YNR and B&B. They were kind of B&B was okay, but they weren't bad, Swana. Freddie says that's right, or you told the person never. That's the thing, Freddie. I think it's one of those things where it's like If I treat you with respect, you treat me with respect. I think a lot of times people write comments and they forget that you're actually talking to people, like real people. I'm like, just because I don't always have time to read every comment, don't mean that when I do read it, you better sit there and Perry says, what Albert needs to understand is that Brady is a four and can never, ever be, and can never, ever, he ever be anything more. I miss seeing you, my friend. I miss seeing you. Johnson says when Juke gets older, people could call him JB or as a nickname for Jude Brady. Yeah, I mean that's a cool nickname. Um, I don't think anything's wrong with the name, Jonathan. It's um like when they rearranged the name from Ben to Rocco, that was just stupid. Swana says, I mean, Hope had a look at Finn. Yeah, she did, Swana. She definitely did, Swana. And that's the second time. Like the first time, she kept doing that with Thomas. I'm glad you noticed that, Swana. Freddie says, I understand, but at the end of the day, you let them know who's running this ish because this is your channel and live stream, and there's no, exactly, yeah, it's about respect, Freddie, and I ain't letting this slide. I used to like that show, Jonathan. It had a lot of adult themes in there. Darby, I wasn't a fan of Wyatt. Jonas was actually a lot better. Wiley? Wiley? Curry says, I'm also so tired today. That's why I didn't post a review. Yeah, I was wondering about that, Curry. So I figured you were just probably busy. Yeah, I'm not a fan of Wiley. Jonas is cool, though. Eagle Fang says, I worried about Violet. She's losing her happy and joyful personality. Violet needs her mother back in the worst way, but even she does not deserve custody of Violet. She has been gone for too long. Yeah, Wiley Coyote, exactly. Exactly, Jonathan. What makes your head hurt, Darby? Wiley or Jonas, or both? But yeah, I was wondering about that. I think he was busy. Swana says earlier today I read that Carden and Steffi may hook up. And you got to be careful about those sites, Swana. A lot of times they just want to get those clicks and views. Swana, it reminds me of those YouTube channels that be having like the really out of pocket thumbnails. Um, Darby says, Albert, I need to say this. Tracy Abbott got on my. Oh, she did. Exactly, Darby. No, no, no. Tracy Abbott got on my goddamn nerves too. She was annoying as hell. There was one point where I was just like, Tracy, can you do me a favor? I need you to seriously shut the fuck. Yeah, Eagle. It's just, I mean, I get it, Eagle fan. They trying to get that back. They're trying to get that YouTube money, but I'm like, y'all are just spreading misinformation like there's no tomorrow. No, Jonathan, that's one of those misinformation channels. Um, Wiley is a stupid name. Yeah, I thought it was okay for the most part, Friday. I didn't have a problem with it. Um, I thought it was decent. But yeah, Tracy got on my goddamn nerves. I'm like, I get that you want to sit there and be the overprotective little sister and everything. Harry says Finn pissed me off today. Natalia was supposed to be the one who started with, but Finn took the prize. But why did Finn piss you off more than Natalia? Yes, make sure you hit that like button, people. Thank you, Fred. Also, become a member too. Have a lot of good fun stuff in member circle by hitting the pin comment. Yeah, he's always on point. You're right, Jonathan. He's always on point. I mean, Ron is constantly always in there singing this man's praises, even though he's spot on. He's spot on. So, oh, Tommy, it's actually right in the pin comment. It's 4.99, which I probably shouldn't start off with that, but it's 4.99, and you get exclusive videos that I only do for members, exclusive live streams, and member monthly shout outs. It's a lot of fun, and I think you'll have a good time in the member circle. So yeah, just hit the pin comment. I don't see that, John. I don't see that, Lashanta. Harry says, "Hold up. When are you talking? When are you talking about my Tracy? She was spot on. He was dealing with a psychopath. He's doing good, Freddie. He's doing good. I'm gonna talk to him after this live stream. But yeah, no, I get that, Curry. Like I said, she pissed me off. She was actually annoying. She was really annoying. I know you're not gonna like hearing that, Kyries, but fuck it, I'm gonna sit there and say it anyway. She was annoying. There. Are you talking about that what if story? You talk about that what if story, Jonathan? But thank you for asking, Freddie. Yeah, so Sasha, she was annoying. Like every single turn, it was like, Jesus Christ, just go in the goddamn kitchen and make them some fucking coffee. It's like every single turn. It's like, Ashley, are you sure she's been going through this? Ashley. After a while, I was just like, and I exactly, and I said that in my review. I was like, Harry says how because she was smart because she knew things that Alan would never agree to. That chick was annoying. And you know what? You're my boy, Kyrie, but I'm not apologizing for saying that. That chick was annoying. Like every single turn after I was like, please shut the fuck. You know, it's actually funny because I was watching it today and I was like, you know who I'm gonna go off on? Tracy Abbott. You know who likes Tracy Abbott? Kyrie Clark. Caroline, what's good? Good to see you. Hmm. And see, and that's another thing. I knew you were gonna do that, Kyrie's. You know what? Sure. Beauty is in the eye of the beholder, and that's actually very important. Apparently, oh, also, I forgot to sit there and tell you, Kyrie's, because I know that Jess didn't like my comment, so I'm gonna sit there and say it to you as well. Blaze is a very lovely singer. That chick can sing. Yeah, Blaze definitely knows how to hit a high note. Hmm. Blaze is a good singer. Blaze is a good singer. I'm actually kind of mad because I used to sit there and fast forward to her songs, and now stop it, Jess. Johnson says Jensen Ackles is going to be in a new Amazon Prime series beside the boys. And I was waiting for that comment. You can start with your lies, not lies. I'll get you some. Yeah, so she can sing. And what's your show, Jonathan? I'm actually, like I said, I'm actually kind of mad because I used to fast forward through her songs. But if I knew the chick can sing, I would have been like, oh, okay. Yeah, she can sing now. She can sing. So yeah, that's something else I had to sit there and say. I was like, yeah, that chick can sing. She's on point. Kyrie, I don't know what looks have anything to do with this, but okay. Um, Darby says, Albert, I like that picture a lot. I've been waiting a long time for someone to show. You know, Jonathan, I guess I could sit there and add that to the list then. Because when the boys come out, Jonathan, I'm gonna get Amazon Prime. I gotta watch that and Invincible. So I'll definitely check out that show as well. That's that, you know, Jonathan. See, when it comes to Jensen Ackles, he can really do no wrong in my eyes. I mean, that ass is like that. That man can literally do no wrong in my eyes. Never. I mean, I wasn't gonna watch that Winchester show for him, but like he can do no wrong in my eyes. Lashanta says Tracy said they hate him, but he takes it because of Ashley. Yeah, exactly. Yes, Jonathan. He is the definition of cool. Tommy says I like Tucker. It's good. Love Trevor. Yeah, he has that really good sense of he has a really good sense of humor when how he plays him, Tommy. But yeah, let's see what kind of writing they're gonna do for Geo. I know that the Sabrina some of the Sabrina fans are gonna be so mad. Oh well, they'll get over it, or they just won't watch. What else? Have a good night, Tanya. Let's hope the writing's good for him. Let's hope the writing's good for him. The writing was definitely not good for Gregory. And I know that Gregory was only supposed to be a supporting character, but writing was not good for him. At least they're actually giving Finn some good story. I'm actually liking Finn's story. So hopefully they do better with Geo than they did with Gregory. Lashanta says I'm trolling about what? What am I trolling about, Lashanta? That I think that Blaze is a good singer. I like her singing. Why would they have to though, Duran? Why would they have to cancel B&B for the gates? They're not. They canceled that show to talk for the gates. So the gates is most likely going to come on at 2 o'clock. So they wouldn't really need to cancel. They wouldn't need to cancel B&B for the gates. So exactly, exactly, Jonathan. Just as I'm so behind on B&B, I catch up this weekend. You know, that's the thing, Jess. It's actually not that hard because it's only 18 minutes long. That's the thing. It's 18 minutes long. I think she can literally catch up in like maybe 2 hours and a half. Or maybe, actually, no, maybe an hour and a half. I think like maybe an hour and like 20 minutes. Yeah, I think an hour and 20 minutes because honestly, to tell you the truth, as long as she skips the commercials, those episodes fly by though, Jess. So, the shot said Tracy tried to make him leave, he walked in. Yeah, it had to. Tracy was getting annoying. What the hell out the damn way? Just as yes, that's the reason why I watched the show. You know, Jess, that's part of the reason why I review the show. Um, Especially on a busy day when I can't sit there and review another show that's an hour long. Darby says, Albert, would B&B be a better show? I feel like it would. I really do. I really feel like it would, Darby. Because a lot of times they have to sit there and generally, oof, they generally wind up having the same dialogue. I think that an hour, they should be able to get more stuff done. They should be able to get more stuff done. Carter says, Albert, why wasn't Maxie wearing a bathing suit today? I have no idea. I don't know. I think so too, Jonathan. Devon, why do you want the show canceled for? That's my question. And that's the thing, Devon. I can never tell when you're just joking or you're being serious. What's good, Big Nate? Lashanta says, oh my Albert, Blaze or Chase, Violet should not sing. I don't know, Kyrie's. I actually like how Blaze look. I think that she actually looks pretty hot. So they were okay. They're okay, Nate. GH was decent. B&B was decent. B&B actually had some good stuff though. When Steffi told Finn to stay in his lane. Yeah, Freddie, it's you know, Jonathan, it's well, you know, that's the thing, Curry's. At the end of the day, like you said, it's my rating system, just like you have a rating system. Um, that's the thing, Freddie. Yeah, Laura has been out of pocket for a hot minute. Um, and they're making her character worse. But you know, Jonathan, I think that Duan is trolling, personally. Especially saying something like that. I was like, yeah, that's damn sure a trolling comment. Um, well, you know, Carrie, that's your opinion, so you're entitled to have it. I was gonna sit there and say, but no, I was not gonna sit there and listen to Violet sing. I haven't listened to Chase sing, so I don't even know how he sings. Oh yeah, Kyrie. So I can't wait to. I'll definitely sit there and sign up for you. Not necessarily because I believe in it, but I'll do it because of you, though. Darby says, "I would please change the topic before Kyrie puts the image of Tracy Abbott in a bathing suit." Hey, listen, he likes it. He likes the chick, so that's cool. Like I'm not gonna sit there and knock. I'm not gonna sit there and knock him for what he thinks is hot. Just like I'm not gonna let him knock me for what I think is hot. Justin says, "Is this the end of craze?" Referring to no, no, Justin. They seem like they actually got back together. They worked it out. I didn't think that Christina overreacted personally. I think sometimes it's better when you have an argument. It's better to just walk away than to say something that you can't really take back. So I don't really understand why she was apologizing for her. Johnson says less GH will have better stories this summer than last summer. Oh, let's hope. Yes, that's all we really can do, Jonathan. Unfortunately, yeah, I knew that's what we knew that's what you meant. I mean, Kyrie, you come up with some interesting stuff. I'll sit there and say that much. Wish I could have saw your face, look on your face when the Audra and Tracy Abbott threesome came up. You're unique, Tyrese. You are very when it comes towards um your topics and stuff, your conversational topics. Justin says I agree. I think Blaze's mom, Nate, is trying. Yes. Oh, she definitely is. She definitely is, Justin, and that's because she's homophobic and she's rude and nasty and doesn't understand the meaning of the word tack. But it's going to be interesting when Sunny finds out what she's doing. And that's the thing. She calls herself old fashioned, but it's like, you know what? I'm never going to sit there and get into that because that is an entire separately conversation. But um, yeah, it's problematic. To put it mildly, it's problematic. But for Lashanta, Finn is a doctor. Like Finn is a doctor. I mean, listen, your opinion is your opinion. We can agree to disagree, but you're like, it's inappropriate. I was like, how is it inappropriate? It's like seriously, it's being a doctor. Yes, make sure you do hit that like button because it does help. We get new people in all the time because of the like button. Oh, I like the title, Carries. Yes, hit that like button. That's true. That's the first serious thing that you actually said tonight. So props to you on that. I was sitting there and I was like, did he change his name? Darby says docs can be inappropriate. I mean, that's true. That's true, Darby. But like, she was just saying that he was being inappropriate with Hope, and like, he saw Hope in pain. He gave her a massage. That's it. Like, it wasn't really that serious. Like, I don't know. Hmm. I like the background. Cool background. But what the hell I was gonna sit there and say? I can't remember what I was gonna say now. You know, the sad thing is that Lee is still being out of pocket, still trashing her sister. And I'm like, but your sister was right. Luna and Bill were related. So like, what do you have to sit there and trash her now? Curtis says, "Oh, I'm going to go in on Finn. I can't believe you're defending that bastard." Then I again, that's a very awkward thing to do. Uh, yeah, sure. We'll go there. I don't see how it's defending him. I did agree that he needs to sit there and stay in his lane when it came towards barging in Steffi's office and being like, "Hey, I don't think you should be doing X, Y, and Z." But as far as him just giving her a massage, that's literally what it was. And you know how I roll, Kyrie's. It's not act new. That's not act new to how I sit there and how I approach things. I can I can sit there and drag a character and defend a character in the same breath. Latasha says, I think that is inappropriate for Hope to allow Finn, who is your stepdaughter-in-law, to give you a massage while something would do the trick. Oh, while Abbott would do the trick. Mm, what show is that, Jonathan? And have a good night, LaShanta. Curry says, yes, you defending him like you defend the wonderful man known as Nick Newman. Um, and how is that a bad thing? How is that a bad thing? It just means that we can agree to disagree. But I mean, even with Nick Newman, yeah, I mean, I'm not going to sit there and say negative things about Nick Newman that I didn't see. I'll sit there and say things about Nick when I see it, but I have to be on a whole war tour for a whole hours and they're saying negative stuff about Nick Newman. Okay, I see you're trolling. But I think that's not what I was going to say. But I think it's important to sit there and have different opinions, Carries, because that's what makes it fun, you know? Johnson says the one I expected they cancel All America Home. Well, yeah, and that's the thing, Jonathan. A lot of people knew that that show was going to get canceled. A lot of people knew that show was going to get canceled. I'm surprised All American is still on. Like, well, I wouldn't go that far. I like Nick Newman though. Guys, I like Nick Newman. I like Adam also, so it's not like it's I have to sit there and pick a side. I like both characters. I wasn't there for when they treated Adam like crap, so I don't have those resentment feelings that other people do. So I get to actually come to the show fresh, with a fresh perspective. Okay, I see Carrie's is still trolling. Um, I'm still thinking about that dude, Doug. Oof, Doug. He was another person I was trying to tell me how to think about Nick Millman. Thank you, Doug. Yes, make sure you hit that like button on the way out because it does actually help. And speaking of on the way out, shit, I actually have to wake up super early tomorrow. Johnson says after Superman Lois, All American will be the only. Again, yeah, and you're right, Jonathan. I'm surprised it's still on now. I haven't looked at their schedule in a hot minute, so I have to sit there and look at their member. I mean, look at their schedule again just so I can be mad over again and become a member. You know, Freddie, I mean, if you ever get a chance, I think you should become a member too. I think you would really like the member circle. I think you really would. It's a lot smaller group, and we just have some really good conversations. Um, but anyway, I'm gonna sit there and end the stream here because I do got to wake up super early in the morning. I do want to thank everyone for joining now. Have a good night, Kyrese. Have a good stream, my friend. I'll probably pop my head in there at some point, real quick, just to say what's up. But yes, have a good night, Darby. Have a good night, Jonathan. Have a good night, Freddie. Have a good night, Solomon. I liked it so far, Darby. I actually watched the first two episodes yesterday, so I gotta see what people are talking about. I don't see it, but if you watch, you let me know, and we can sit there and talk about that too. Have a good night, Queen Jess. It's good to have you back. You have definitely been missed. Your presence is always missed. Have a good night, Darby. No, seriously, Jess, we missed you, though. Have a good night, Jonathan. Johnson says join us next time for another edition of your one and only soap chat. Thank you, Albert Bostic. I appreciate you, Jonathan, my right hand man. Again, thank you. Johnson says good night and hit the like button on your way out. Yes, because it does actually help. Have a night, Caroline. It's good to see you again. Freddie says be blessed, everyone. Be safe. Have a wonderful night. Peace. Yes, have a good night, Freddie. Thank you again for joining and for helping out. Um, have a good night, Blackmon. Have a good night. There's just some other people that have been in chat, and I can't sit there and think of the names right now. Duan, have a good night. Well, you know who you are, and if I say good night to you, have a good night, and look forward to seeing you in the next live stream. Laters.